We still got to figure out who was the troll from last week, man.
Yeah. Somebody was trolling? What were they saying?
Yeah, Charlie did some funny shit. Who he said he think going all the way? He said the
Tune in to Sports Talk Texas, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Texas time.
Second Rangers home run of the night. Parsons sack, fumble, it's loose.
I'd do anything known to man to get in a Super Bowl.
Somebody want to get to a Super Bowl. Welcome to Sports Talk Texas, baby. We at Twisted Bar and Grill in the Colony. I got my big fan, man, Jay Dizzle. You know what I'm talking about? I got the big homie.
Hey, man. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm doing
right.
good. Welcome. And I got my NBA expert, Mr. Jay. You know what I'm talking about? What's up, Jay?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I want to say special thank yous to anybody who's with us right now, because you could be anywhere else, but you're here with Sports Talk Texas. And, we're going to get it on. We're going to jump it off like really, really fast off the top. Hot topics that's been popping in the sports industry. Y'all know what it is. Basketball first, man.
NBA.
The NBA action is fantastic. The Mavs are knocking heads right now. They need to make up for that loss last night anyway against the Orlando
Yeah,
Magic.
we lost, but that Nets game, that was a good battle, man. It went down to the end, and we finished strong. So we're gonna take the dubs and the L's and keep it moving.
That's right. Hey, Jay, you a Mavs fan, right?
Definitely.
Okay, all right, that's cool. But I know what's on your mind about the NBA, man. We gonna follow your lead, y'all. So, like I said, you the expert. Where you at?
We got a lot of things we can talk about. I mean, of course, big story right now is probably Kyrie with all the stuff going on with him now, and his future being uncertain with the Nets. They're not sure what they're gonna do. And then I just heard that Nike's talking about cutting ties with him as well on a permanent basis. They paused his signature shoe release, which is supposed to be in a few days. But now they're talking about making that a permanent thing. But it is basically, I guess Phil Knight was doing an interview yesterday where he said he may be cutting ties permanently with him. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on with him where, he's making some of the decisions he's making, because a lot of this is costing money. I mean, he made the same kind of decisions last year, which cost him about $20 million of his $40 million contract. So, like I said, I don't know where his head is.
But hold on, man. Like, when do we get to a point where we regulate a man's personal opinion and say, hey, we're going to fine him hundreds of millions of dollars because we don't agree with what he believes in? What I found interesting about this is even some of the older NBA players are now like analysts. I don't want to name any names, but it seemed to me that they were kind of cooning a little bit, because I don't think that it's a bad thing for a man to have an opinion. The other thing that I would say is, like, go watch the movie and see if you think it is what they're saying it is, because I watched it with my wife, and what I believe is it was just talking about a specific people and about who they really are. I didn't see anything negative about it, if you understand what I'm saying.
I understand. Now, and I understand what you're talking about, the limiting the free speech deal, but we talked about this before. There's that old saying that there's freedom of speech, but watch what you say. There are consequences to the things you say. So,
okay.
If you're talking about a multi-billion-dollar business that's trying to negotiate multi-billion-dollar contracts, and if one of their premier players, who's also the executive vice president of the Players Association, is out saying things that's upsetting a whole section of the population, that makes you less marketable.
Hold on, man. I'm going to take a step back into the football arena right quick, just because there's a couple of things I vaguely remember. I remember there was one owner that liked to go and get a rubbing tub and had a little weight from there. There's another franchise right now that the attorney general just filed a lawsuit against them for harboring an unsafe work environment, right? And making it unsavory for women to even work for the Commanders. The last thing I'll follow up with, with the NBA, there is a coach I understand that slept with somebody else's wife and wound up losing his job as well. So, but he was suspended. What we're doing right now is we're forcing a man into retirement because of his personal beliefs. The owner of the Clippers back in the day had some personal beliefs about the people that were the same color as his players, and he was forced to sell the team. But what did he lose?
Well, that's because they couldn't legally take the team.
I will.
You see, I'm not naming names. What I'm saying is this: look, man. Each and every one of us has our own set of beliefs.
Yeah, we're entitled to
we're entitled to our opinion. When you get to the point where you're saying, like, you know what, you work for us, so you can't think for yourself, the world is over. And I will say this: I'm ashamed at the NBA and all of the older players for falling in line with the narrative as opposed to supporting a person with personal beliefs.
Oh man.
So let me ask you a question. All right, so last year, Kyrie's personal beliefs, did they not affect the team itself, though?
Speak up.
I said last year, Kyrie's personal beliefs affected the team itself, though.
Yes.
When he made decisions that he couldn't be available to the team because there was rules in place, but by the state, not the team's rules, but the state and the city's rules, where he could not play if he didn't get vaccinated. Now, he made the choice not to, but he missed half the season because of that choice.
That's different because that affects the team. This didn't affect the team. It was just his personal opinion. Now, his actions, personal opinion and actions are two different things, in my opinion. I know we got to get to the next topic, but again, I think that there's a very thin line between slavery and employment as it relates to being a public sports figure, because it's like, you don't say nothing I don't like now.
Right. Hey, so I'm gonna chime in on that. I've been kind of avoiding the subject, not avoiding it, but I'm neutral about it. I completely respect the fact that you should be able to, if you find some knowledge about anything, form your own opinion and be able to express that. Some people express things respectfully and some express them disrespectfully. Either way, you still got the right to express it, right? And a lot of people have expressed things disrespectfully and still don't get punished like they trying to do Mr. Kyrie Irving. All right? I'm not a Kyrie Irving, I don't even want to say fan, because I'm not against Kyrie Irving, but I'm not a guy who's like promoting everything he does and said, but he's right. Like what he spoke, there was nothing wrong about it. You know what I mean? And everything that he said has come to fruition as far as everybody trying to come down on him about an opinion, about something that he feels in his heart. You know what I'm saying? And then they're trying to change it into something that they really, after I heard what he said and seen what he posted, it's not what they're trying to make it out to be. Right? Trying to switch up the propaganda and make it totally different than the fact of the situation.
Right. If I say I hate tomatoes, that doesn't mean that I want every tomato on the planet destroyed. Right. It's like, so when you're calling something anti-Semitism, I think you've got to make sure that what you're saying is its true meaning. Right. I think that this is more propaganda and a knee-jerk reaction, maybe because of what's going on with Kanye West as well. But I don't know.
I agree. Some of that has to do with Kanye, but then the other part of that too is Kyrie's built up a lot of negative equity with the teams and with the NBA. From, like I said, the stuff the last season, the stuff with LeBron, the stuff with even, I found out the year before Kanye left the team after January 6th because he said he was so upset he couldn't play basketball after January 6th. And I'm like, you know what I mean? He didn't tell him. He just didn't show up. And then later made an announcement that that's why he wasn't there.
I'll chime in there a bit too, man. I think what's going on there is, again, he's a talented player and people want him on the team. And, there's baggage that goes along with that. The New England Patriots have something to say. The Raiders have something to say about Antonio Brown, as well as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Eventually, if you can't handle yourself, you lose your opportunity. Kyrie may be right there doing that. It might be time for him to move on to the next phase of his life.
Yep, and like they, I don't think his focus is just only basketball. Now, that's another thing that they're going to take into consideration when they think about putting him on the team. Like, is he really focused on basketball or is he focused on something else? So they're going to look at that before they even offer him some money.
Yes.
They want to see if he fully into what he getting paid to do. Mm-hmm. So I feel that's part of it.
There's distractions as well.
So, they're going to take all that into consideration outside of his opinion. It's just like it's his focus basketball. So we gonna see.
You know, another thing I want to point out is that he's done a tremendous amount from a charitable contribution perspective as well. So as they try to paint him into one type of person, I think that you owe it to yourselves to go and do a bit of investigation and see what else he's done that is documented, right? All the things he's done. He's paid college tuitions for kids. He's done all kinds of stuff. So there are things that I think that we have to stand up and make sure that if someone truly is wrong, let them be wrong.
Right.
But if they're being blackballed, we ought to stand against it.
For sure. I agree with that. All right, fellas. What you say, Mr. Jake?
Yes, I agree on that one.
Yeah. All right. I want to move on, man. Whatever happens to Kyrie, hey, I think as long as you stand on your square, then the higher energy will take care of that for you, man. Like real talk, I think he'll be all right at the end of the day.
Yes, sir.
So let's move on to some. I want to move on to some college football, man. Some college football.
TCU, man.
Man, hold on, man. Here he come in here hollering that TCU stuff, man. But you know what? I ain't even mad at TCU.
I did a job for them one time. Hooked up a show for some. I think it was some rock or country people, man. But I hooked up the stage, got to kick it there. They Chick-fil-A open 24 hours on the campus. It was live, man. I like TCU. That's a good experience. I like TCU, man. So,
24 hours?
They live over there. I like TCU, man. I've been on the campus. So.
That's what's up. Well, I think that TCU deserves the spot that they're in. They're in the top 4 finally. I was looking up some information about the Big 12 because last week, if you tuned in last week, we discussed and talked about the best conferences and all that good stuff. And I was trying to tell my boy Red that the Big 12 to me is not one of the best conferences in the US of A, right? Third at best. I'm giving it third at best, right? I think that now this year you've got obviously the SEC, you got the Big 10, you got kind of, to me, the Pac-12 came out of nowhere with the USC, UCLA, the Washington. They got 5 teams in it. They have 5 teams in the top 20.
Right.
And then you have the Big 12. The Big 12 has TCU. They have some, I'm not gonna call them scrubs. The mediocre teams like the Oklahoma State Cowboys,
the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, the Kansas State Wildcats. So some of these Oklahoma State got beat like 48-0.
Dumpster juice.
Yeah, Texas. Even Texas. Texas is okay. Texas is coming up, but Texas, when they get good, guess where they're gonna be at? They're gonna be in the SEC because they leave in 2024. 2024. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to say that the Big 12 is a top 3 tier conference. However,
top 2.
Yeah, I do believe that TCU deserves to be there because I'm also tired of them putting in 1-loss SEC team, 2-loss SEC teams, right?
Man, them boys going hard, man. It's good watching them do that,
man. If you go undefeated, man, you deserve a chance.
Anything Texas, man, I'm rocking with them, man. Right. Anything Texas.
That's JB. That's JB.
Man, they say Cowboys, Mavericks. I'm gonna switch up the hash. Y'all gonna see.
Yeah. So for my top, I'm gonna give y'all my top 8 real quick. College football, you see it, scrolling across the screen. Georgia, who I felt like should never have fallen for number 1 all year. They're the defending champs. You're the defending champs. You should not lose the number 1 spot until you lose. That just makes sense to me. It's like boxing. How you gonna take a belt from somebody if he ain't even fought and lost yet?
That's fair to me.
I believe that Michigan is now number 2. All right. I got USC at number 3. I think USC is gonna win the Pac-12. All right. And then I got TCU at number 4. The reason why I got them at number 4 is because it goes back to, again, the conference play. But if you're going to be undefeated, if you win your conference, you should definitely be in the top 4 playing playoff football.
Agreed.
I'm looking into the future here. Something I don't like to do, Leonard. You know what I'm saying? But I did it this time.
Okay.
I'm moving Michigan. I feel like even though Illinois is going to be a tough game this week, I think we can knock them down. I think we can beat them. Okay. I do. I don't know who's next. I think whoever's after that don't even matter. But what does matter is the game against Ohio State, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm putting us at number 2 and I'm dropping Ohio State to number 5, you already know who I think gonna win that game, right? So if we beat them, because Ohio State looks, they good, bro. They solid. I watched them a little bit.
They're gonna need to be great to beat Ohio.
Okay.
Not good, but great.
I agree. I agree.
We're gonna say so. Not like they're going to have to be consistently great. It's not like you can't have a good game or two.
Every quarter.
It's gonna have to be
Every quarter, and we going
smashing the gas,
and we going to Columbus. I hear y'all.
Anything less will not be tolerated.
I agree. So we got the number 2 run defense. We got a top 10 overall defense. Okay, so you don't really score a lot of points against us.
Wait, what does Ohio State have?
I mean, they got a good offense. And they have a terrific offense.
Was it number 4?
Something like that.
Yeah.
They top
You faced that yet?
We have not.
That's what I'm saying. So I would just say,
Pressure bust pipes
we're going to be cautiously optimistic on Michigan.
I feel you. I feel you.
Because that was what happens is they if they lose, are they going to be at number 5? They're going to swap spaces in your top 10?
We would have to.
Okay.
We would have to. There's no other way.
Hey, that pressure, man, is going to either expose them, man. It's going to either bust pipes or build diamonds, man.
That's right. Wolverine's built for pressure, but so is Ohio State. And I think it's going to be a classic game. It ain't going to be one of them games where it's like, somebody get blown out or nothing like that. I think it's going to be a great game. And again, I think we're going to pull it out because we got everything it takes to beat them boys.
It's going to be great. It's going to be a good game.
It'll be a good game.
We ought to host a watch party somewhere.
That'd be good. That'd be good. I think it's the last Thursday. The game might be Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So if you boys around, we'll definitely host a watch party. I'm gonna round it out with LSU. I think LSU is gonna win that part of the SEC. And then I got UCLA, and I got another SEC team in Ole Miss. So again, I'm not a big SEC fan, but I'm gonna be honest and say that there is no doubt that the SEC, top to bottom, is the best league in college football this year. It ain't even close to me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It ain't even close. So that goes across. I got that right there. SEC, the Big, the Pac-12, and the Big 12.
Yeah, I'd like to see what the audience has to say if they have any sort of opinion on who their top 5 is. I'd be very interested to see where they rank Michigan as well in their list.
Right. I actually got somebody who just spoke with us. He said it's simple promo. The media is doing more promo than, oh man, that boy ain't playing. Whoever this is, he said it's simple promo. The media is doing more promo than Kyrie ever did with a tweet.
See, man, now this right here is an educated view.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I know we finished that topic, but hey, I saw a movie. It was good. Y'all should check it out. Now all of a sudden, say, oh, he's promoting. No, I just expressed a slight opinion. That's very good.
That's a big point because it's like Kyrie said when he was talking. He was like, "Y'all are mad at me for a post, but you got the people who are actually promoting it that when it's on
making
Amazon,
money
they're
on
making money off of this thing that you feel like anti-Semitic or whatever racist views. They're actually selling it to people.
Yeah, and so we went and tried to rent the movie, and we did it. We rented it because we felt like it was important. Right. But for like a 48-hour rental, it was something ridiculous. It was like $25.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's a new red box right there. That's the future red box. Because I ain't never heard that for no 48 hours.
That's crazy.
But I will say this, if you watch it, your opinion is going to be deeply changed.
Okay.
So it's almost equivalent to watching Roots? Or
no,
not
at all.
Not that deep.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get a beer.
So, anyway, let's move on to the next topic.
Let's move on. Hey, who is the brother that's talking about this promo? We definitely want to know who you are. So just drop your tag your name or whatever. We appreciate you coming in and talking to us.
That's right.
We really do. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next topic, bro. All right. Oh man, guess who we got, man? We on the NFL, man.
NFL, let's see, man.
We got a baby NFL teams playing today. We got Atlanta Falcons and Carolina Panthers, bro.
High school battle.
Oh man, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this because
let me interject here.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thursday night football has been a shit show this year.
Man,
I mean, it's one bad game after the next. I feel like somebody autistic is working somewhere and was like, you know what? Let's pick these two
let's
teams.
put this together. Yeah. They did that randomly or some shit because that ain't somebody.
It doesn't make any sense. But what I will say about the game tonight, which I find very interesting, is that you look at Marcus Mariota coming back, getting another chance. He's actually been kind of successful leading that Atlanta offense, and I'm really glad to see that. I think that tonight's game is going to be definitive for both of these teams to figure out where they're going to wind up in the future. Yeah. Right? I don't necessarily think they're playing for playoffs, but more respect than anything else.
Well, dub is a dub.
The Falcons actually are playing.
Are they? I guess
because it's the Falcons, it's the Panthers, it's the Tampa Bay Bucks, and I believe it's the Saints. right?
Shit, all them.
All of them are under 500. Tampa Bay and Falcons are tied at 4 and 5 for first place. So somebody got to come out of the division.
Okay, so let me restate what I was saying. What I'm saying is this: like, so somebody got to come out of the division.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
that's a consolation prize. As Dallas Cowboys fans, y'all got to appreciate that. Because at a certain time, y'all would be really good coming out of your division and get beat down.
This is a Cowboy beef, man.
I appreciate that, JJ. I had a feeling it was you. You one of the few educated, sports rivals that come in and talk to us about things. So we appreciate it, bro.
We definitely do. So anyway, I think that if the Falcons do make it to the playoffs, they deserve to be there and make their appearance. And it'll be a great game to watch to see whoever they play.
So you don't think they'll have any chance of even upsetting, because they obviously will play a wild card team.
Who's their number one and number two receiver?
Well, I have no idea.
Exactly.
Ridley?
That's what I'm saying.
No, Ridley got traded.
Did he get traded?
Oh, yeah. He's
I can't even lie to you. I ain't even looked that way. I don't know what's good.
I'm going to tell you one thing I do like when I see on this TV. Carolina got some nice jerseys.
They do, though. I give them that. I give them the jersey.
Them jerseys are sweet,
I give them the jersey.
Other than that, though, man, they ain't got nothing going on.
Not much.
So we're going to move on from that.
None of that.
So one of the things we talked about is like our divisions of football, right? What do you guys think? Who's the toughest division in football right now? And I'm asking our thought listeners, and you guys. Like, who do you think?
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and go first.
All right.
Because it is my professional opinion that the AFC East right now is a division to beat.
The NFC East?
AFC East.
23-12.
Okay. The NFC East at 24-9. They got a better record.
They playing one another, and they got who's in that division?
You got the Giants, you got the Cowboys, you got Philly.
And stop right there, because there's nobody else.
Oh, you got Washington. Man.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right.
They're
commanding last place. So what I'm saying about this is the NFC East again. My beef with them is who have they beaten? Have they beaten real contenders, or are they beaten up? Are they the tallest third grader? And that's what my concern is. Look at the AFC East. You see a lot of stacked talent there. There's a lot of big names in both divisions, but I think that there's a tougher schedule coming through the AFC East, and that's where I'm leaning towards.
Agreed.
But you can't take things away from Philadelphia and what.
No, we can't, because they record alone speak for itself.
I mean, the Cowboys.
The Cowboys too, though. Hey, like I said, y'all gonna respect us, man. So it's our time, and it's been a whole lot of years. 27 to be exact, and I'm telling you, man, we
You
gonna
sound like a Raiders fan, man.
Huh?
You sound like a Raiders fan.
Hey, well, you got we neighbors right now.
That's right.
We neighbors. We opening up the door, saying what's up. We right next door, man.
So check this out, man. A couple more stats to throw at y'all, because you said something basically about strength of schedule, and I'm gonna keep talking about it, because Red, and I know you hear me. If you don't hear me right now, you will hear me later. He said something about the Cowboys playing a first place schedule, and that it was not their fault that the teams that they have on that schedule, like the Rams, would not be good. Guess what? The NFL got rid of that first place schedule. Okay, that's not what happened this year. That hasn't happened in a couple years. I looked it up.
Sure.
All right. They had predetermined which divisions they would play this year.
Yeah.
So out of the 17 games, 14 of those games are predetermined, as in they're obviously going to play their division, and then they're going to play whoever is in the other division that they blocked them
in a couple of very interesting games.
And then you'll get a couple of very interesting matchups, for media purposes, for the audience, right?
Yeah.
So he went back to what I was saying about the NFC North, garbage. All right, Green Bay is not having its typical year. They're usually pretty good, but they dump some juice. All right. I already know about my Detroit Lions. I love my Lions, but it is what it is. Perennially bums.
Yeah, just keep some tissue.
On the bottom.
Keep some tissue called
It is what it is. I feel that.
Game for game.
And then we got the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears ain't been. I mean, once every 20 years they got a playoff.
They turning the corner though. I think this season. I think they're coming together.
They got talent. They do have talent.
I've seen some
anything can happen, man. So I ain't gonna. When it comes to any team, man, they had a possibility of doing better.
Okay, well, we didn't say that about the teams we watching tonight, though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to keep it consistent.
Just like
it is consistent.
Keeping it consistent.
It is consistent.
So the NFC South,
champions, but
AFC South has Tennessee at 5-3. That's the best team out there. All right. Who else is in the AFC South? Jacksonville, Houston, and Indianapolis. All right. So again, strength of schedule is my reason for that the NFC East has a good record.
Yes.
Now I go to the AFC East and I look at who they are playing. Right? They're playing the AFC North. Right?
Yeah.
Tougher division, way tougher division than the NFC North, easily. Right? So that's why I have them as first place. See what I'm saying? Third place I got with the AFC North. Now they've got one team that's holding them back from being solid, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are perennially good. You know what I'm saying? But their point differential is negative 77 this year.
Right.
So they getting beat. Last week I thought they would cover a 14-point spread. I was like, that's crazy. And they did not cover the 14-point spread. That's how bad Pittsburgh is right now. But Cincinnati.
That's good because that's an old school Cowboy beef right there. Let's see them down too. So at the Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, say when it come to Dallas, it ain't no discussion.
Well, you Dallas Cowboy fans cannot
To the heart, man.
Stay in Pittsburgh, Green Bay, Frisco. You got problems with the Raiders, man. Y'all got
We got all them Commanders. They used to be our little Sunday. That used to be the game. We used to bang with them. So yeah, man, all them teams that now it's good. We at the top, and I'm loving it, man.
So my fourth place team and a lot of not team but division, I call them the NFC West. All right, I think Seattle and Frisco. I said it last week. Seattle's obviously surprised everybody. Shout out to Geno Smith. Shout out to that defense, and shout out to old Michigan State Spartan Kenneth Walker III, their running back. He took over for Penny. You know what I'm saying? Dude's handling his business. So all you Spartan fans should be happy about that. He represented for y'all. And then I think that Frisco, even though they're 4-4, they finna turn the corner, man. I think they're gonna turn the corner.
Yeah, I mean they just brought in Christian McCaffrey.
Right.
They made a couple of interesting trades. I think that their defense is solid. I think that they're looking to make a true run playoffs.
Yeah. That's a wild card.
They've gone through a lot too. I mean, think about it. They went in a different direction away from the guy who took them to the championship, and he's back at the helm again. So yeah, I think they're gonna push really hard.
Right.
Performance, man. As long as they perform, they can do it.
I can feel it. And after that, I got the AFC West. It's only one team over there. I mean, you got the Chargers.
Kansas City.
You got Chargers at 5-3, but it's about Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas
You
City. I'm talking.
can't knock a team that has been to that AFC conference championship 3, 4, 5 times in the past few years. So that's gonna be tough to beat. And everybody after that, man, they stink. They stink. The AFC South stink. The NFC South stink. And it's one more. They ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my power rankings for divisions. The NFC North. The NFC North with Minnesota. Minnesota's 7-1. They about to run up on the Bills, and then they're gonna run up on the Cowboys. All right.
And both of them banging, so yeah, they gotta come with it.
So they're gonna have to come on with it. We're gonna see what they truly made of.
Cowboys for sure coming with it, and the Bills too. Shout out to them Bills. They looking good over there. They been performing, so yeah, they gotta come with it, man.
Yep. So that's my power rankings for divisions. Okay, and I want to move on to now my power rankings for teams. Man, hold on, man. We already gave a lot of respect to a few teams. Okay.
The same thing every week. It's a repeated thing.
Yeah, but some people have fallen off. I got some people that have been falling off.
Oh yeah,
and I got some that came up. All right, I got the Jets that came up.
They are.
I said the Jets every week. I say the Jets every week. Last week I put them above. Who was that? Last week I put them above the Ravens.
They look like a top 3 team to me now.
Top 3?
They look like a top 3 team to me now.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, Jets.
I'm telling you.
Top 3, man.
They lost their running back stud. They've had quarterback issues, and look at where they at. They still there.
Right.
Top 3 if it would be, man. Philly, Jets, and Cowboys for me.
They the first
I
thing
really
you
want to put.
You want to look at top 3.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm putting my boys at the top, but if I'm just saying the top 3, that would be my 3 picks right now.
Who'd you say?
I said the Jets, the Cowboys, and Philly.
See, I'm gonna have to take one team out of the East.
I know what you're gonna
say. Okay, and then I don't know who to take, but who's played better football, in my opinion, is gonna be Philly. The Cowboys are still on their comeback. Okay, so I'm gonna take that one team out of the East. I'm gonna take. The Jets are there, and then outside of that, it's between. As a matter of fact, it's Baltimore. It's Baltimore. So I'm putting the Bills and the Chiefs in 4 and 5.
Well, them two, them boys, yeah. If we doing top 5, that's
I'm
top
doing my
3.
top 5.
Yeah, but
I I think you look at the
The
defense.
Chiefs for sure. The Chiefs for sure. Yeah, the Chiefs for sure. No hate on the Chiefs, man. No hate on the Chiefs.
But right now, look at how Baltimore played the other night.
Yeah, against the Saints.
Yeah, it don't matter. What
Yeah, don't matter if they've been performing or not. Yeah,
you're supposed to beat the Saints.
Yeah.
Like that though.
They handle their business.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
They
Play those types of
like
teams.
they were supposed to do.
And they had Mark Andrews out. So when you see a really good team can compensate, it's not the team, it's the coach.
Okay.
Right? It really is the coach. That's what's wrong with the AFC West.
Yeah.
Right? It's you got two teams there that have coaches that should have got fired 2 weeks ago.
Still holding
In the
on.
AFC West.
In the AFC West, absolutely.
Denver's coach.
Yes.
Raiders coach.
Josh McDaniels, every Raiders fan is screaming for him to be fired.
He's only been there. What? This is first year, ain't it?
Bruh.
Man, y'all gotta let that man develop, and he was thrown into the fire, man. You know what I'm saying? At the moon and all that stuff.
They need to go to a team like Detroit where there's no expectation.
Wow, man. We do have expectations. What we expected to do is develop players to get ready for the NFL and go to other teams and succeed.
That's right. and anything else is why they named y'all the Lions.
Come on, man.
So who's your top five?
My top five, man. I still got the Bills and Chiefs in my top two. I got Philly, I got the Cowboys, I got Seattle.
That's fine.
That's my five.
Seattle still got they are sneaky. They my 5B.
5B, I feel
You
that.
know what I'm saying? I like what I see out of Seattle as well, especially with Geno and the comeback story.
Yep.
They lost their running back. They still haven't skipped a beat.
I mean, the rookie that they got is maybe the offensive rookie of the year.
Oh,
That's
he's
also
a
Kenneth
killer.
Walker,
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One that scored 4 touchdowns against Michigan in our game.
You know, the only team that I think I should have put in my top five, which makes it difficult, Miami.
Yeah, it was hard for me.
Yeah,
too.
Miami's tough to. It's
I
like
put them at 7.
you know.
Yeah, I feel that. What about so you got the Ravens up there in your top 5, and then you took. What about Minnesota? What do you think about Minnesota? 7-1, man. What do you think?
Against who?
7-1.
They 7-1, man.
I got a partner that's a fan, man, and I gotta call him.
They 7-1, bro.
He like talking shit, man. I like when they losing, so I ain't want to hear that.
Are there any differences between American football and rugby?
Yes.
Rugby get your neck
right there.
Rugby get your neck broke faster.
Yeah, bro. So here, this is a great question. I can't understand your name, but what I will say is that the main difference between American football and rugby is that you can really monetize American football because your players are going to last a whole lot longer. Rugby is a brutal sport that's rooted kind of in physical contact. It's fun to watch, but you can't have a true career there, in my opinion. So you can't build a huge stadium. Right. You can't have all the sponsors and all that because the team's got to change every year. That's just my opinion.
Man,
It's brutal. That's why I said, man, that's close to wrestling, but the real thing.
It is, yeah.
It's the real McCoy, man. Not that fake play.
Absolutely.
Nah, they really getting banged up.
And I think also that American football is a lot more scientific with the play calling and the nuances of what we have to put on the
field. I'm so glad he asked that. I got a guy who's in here right now. He loves rugby. Mm-hmm. And as soon as he walked back out here, I'm going to bring him up.
Great.
I want to ask him the rules because I don't really know the rules.
There's a lot of differences.
You know, I just want to get him to give me 5 different things.
Yeah, we gonna let him kick game on that. Then we
get into
that OBJ.
Because I do. Yeah, we'll get into that OBJ. But when we see him, let's grab him.
Yeah.
So what do you think about Odell Beckham Jr.? Where do you think he's going? I have a feeling I know where he's going.
The 3 options I was hearing was either to the Chiefs, to Green Bay, or to Dallas, man. And
Green Bay.
I already know he for sure ain't gonna go to Green Bay. Don't nobody want to be there. The weather, everything. The Chiefs, I don't think would be a good fit for him.
Miss Lake.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think the Chiefs would just be a good fit for him, man. And it's just, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I honestly feel that'd be a good fit. Now, it's not up to no players talking. It's not up to Zeke saying it because he don't sign no checks. it ain't up to none of them saying nothing. It's up to that man if he want to pay the price of whatever he feel he worth.
So here's the thing, man. Look, I talked to Jerry about this. You know,
There you
Jerry
go.
and
Okay.
I talk.
Jerry
and I talk.
Hey, he got his
And,
number, by the way, man.
Yeah, so so Jerry told me he said, look, man, I tell you what.
Yeah.
There's no question in my mind that OBJ is not a talent that we need on our team. His question is how well has he healed? And so what Jerry said he needs to do is he needs to check him out physically, make sure that he hadn't lost a step, that he still got what he had in the Super Bowl. And I think that Jerry didn't say he was going to make a move.
He just.
But I'll tell you what he didn't do. He didn't say he wouldn't.
I just want y'all to know this is the only Raiders fan that has Jerry's number on speed.
On speed dial. That's his homeboy. That's his homeboy, man.
See, Jerry Jones had his best friend happened to own the Raiders. Okay, Jerry Jones and Al Davis are kindred spirits.
That's true.
So look, I had to call Jerry when Al Davis passed away and console him. He lost his best friend, and I told him, "Look, I can't be your best friend, but I can be a friend."
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, y'all out there, if y'all hear this, man, y'all got to see this man.
Hey, but I mean, I now we got to see how he come back from his injury.
That's
see
right.
if he can move the same. That's a big injury, so we're gonna see what he looking like. But overall, man, I would like to see him come here. Anybody that can add an addition to my team, man. Salute to
So
him,
do you
man.
think you have a true number one receiver right now?
Lamb, I can't put him up. I can't. I just being
That's
honest, I can't put him up there, man. I can't put Lamb.
Which is
drop too
why I
many
think
passes.
Jerry really has considered.
Yeah,
He's considering OBJ.
I'm
So
always
is that
keep.
number one?
I'm always
OBJ is the number one.
Is he?
OBJ is the number one. If he's here.
rugby.
Come here, brother. We got some questions for
Yeah,
you.
we
Yes,
got some
sir.
questions for you.
Got some questions for you. Come step over here for a second.
Just give us some.
We got a rugby expert in
We
the
need
building,
some
man.
enlightenment, shed it into
Yeah.
more light.
Come on up here, man.
Come on over here and have a
Shed
seat.
into
Have a
more
seat,
light. Tell them, man. Tell them your name. Tell them. Hey, yeah.
Come on over.
Yeah,
Come
you
on
good?
over.
Yeah.
I'll get out the way.
There you go.
I'm Endo.
Indonesia.
Yeah.
Endo from Ethiopia.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, played soccer.
Okay, so look, there's a question. First of all, I don't know if we did this. Hey, we're broadcasting live from Twisted
Yes.
in the colony.
Yes, we are.
Right?
Twisted
So
Bar Grill in the colony.
what I want to say is that this is an excellent venue.
It is.
They've opened up the doors for us. Excellent drinks. The food is fantastic.
Yeah.
You definitely need to come down here and hang out. Tonight they have R&B night from 8 to 2 a.m. You ought to be here. We'll be here boogieing.
And they have poker nights on Tuesdays.
Poker night on Tuesdays.
Okay. And then I think Wednesdays is karaoke night.
Wednesday's karaoke night.
Yeah.
Y'all don't want none of this. Anyway, so look, man, we had a question here we thought that you could help us with.
What's up?
That right there posted on the screen. Are there many differences between American football and rugby?
Yes.
In your opinion.
Definitely.
In your opinion. Give me
Okay.
your mom, man.
When
You
I
got
used to
top
live,
five.
I told this to buddy earlier. When I used to live in Samoa, I played a little bit of rugby.
Okay.
And then these guys came and said, "You're from America?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "You know what we call football here in Samoa?" I was like, "No." He goes, "It's for as we call it rugby for pussies."
So okay, that's the
But there are a bunch of rules though. Unlike football, like you can hit only a certain way.
what
When you hit, you can only hit in a certain way. If you hit otherwise, it's a penalty. You're out.
in rugby.
Yeah.
Because to me, when I
looks
watch
rough
rugby,
as
it
hell.
looks like
Yeah.
they just do whatever they want.
No, it looks like that, but actually
okay, that's
there's
good.
like rules you have to follow.
Okay.
So you don't pass because they don't wear helmets.
Right.
And like they don't wear body stuff. So like, like, they do wear some of the
No
pads.
pads, yeah.
Like other than that, no. Like
So okay, so how do they run a play? Just give me like
so when you play rugby, you can like football, you don't pass forward. The ball passes sideways.
okay.
So you're passing it like this at all time. If the ball is in front of you, that's offside. So you can only run it from behind. So like as you're running, you'll be lined up.
So it's like you run an
here,
option.
Right? So I can pass him the ball
Right.
because he's
Like
a centimeter behind me.
Yeah.
And then sometimes like on the wings are like here we have the running back, right? That goes speed and stuff. That's what you have on the wings there. Those guys are fast as hell. But also like fit wise, if you put a rugby player against a football player fitness wise, rugby player can smoke you anytime.
Really?
Because it's more cardio.
It's a lot more
Yeah,
cardio.
you're running like soccer, but
Constant
you're just running. Yeah.
Constant.
That's
Yeah.
good. I like
It's
to play
much
that.
more rougher.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what is the mixture of rugby? Like, is it a mixture of like soccer and
I mean,
all
there's the
together.
part where you like, for example, like here you can punt, right?
Right.
As you punt it, you're not allowed to touch the ball,
Right.
But there, if you're fast enough after punting it, you can get it at the other end.
So like throw up how we used to throw the ball up and run and catch it. It's kind of like
Basically
that
like
concept.
that. So the punter will take the ball.
Okay.
If he cannot run it, if he doesn't see an option, he can pick it up and punt it. And it's like if he has a fast guy who can run,
He can go down.
he can go and get the ball.
Get the ball. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's still live.
pick it up
Yeah.
and keep going.
Pick it up and go. And then when you go, I don't know if you ever seen them running.
I have.
They usually try to come to the center. Because you usually punch from the angle the extra point.
Yeah.
You kick it from where you
I said Dante Hard to go get that,
Yeah,
man.
you know?
I said Dante Hard to go get
It's
that one.
pretty intense. I actually like surprised like NFL doesn't go to recruit more rugby players.
Yeah, yeah, I've
Because
seen
those
some
guys
who
can
punters.
do a lot of shit. And those guys are big. as
Okay,
hell.
that's a good understanding though, cause see, we was thinking this more of
Freestyle.
just
No, the women. If you saw the women, they're much more often.
Man,
Women are hair pulling and shit, which is illegal.
But they do.
It's interesting. I did
It's
some more women.
much
That was
more
a
rougher.
part of our relationship.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
she's a
smart.
rugby player.
I stayed at Ulysses, a bunch of Samoans out there.
And those guys are huge.
Yeah, they huge. That
Like
football
my body.
team, Trinity, Ulysses Trinity, man, say they front line.
Yeah.
Say them boys
Their
big.
pride
in them.
is huge, you
Hey,
know?
they eat.
Like-
I don't know what they eat, but shit, it's a whole house in Samoa.
The best team known is I think New Zealand, the black something.
Yeah,
They're the best in the world.
Really?
Yeah, but they just lost to Samoa.
This is
Last
interesting.
week, yeah.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, they just lost to Samoa recently.
That's good in life.
It's very
Wow.
Yeah.
He
Man, we
brought
want
more
to
light
thank
to
you for
the
coming over there.
Yeah.
Indo,
We appreciate
Indo,
it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, tell them where you at. Tell them come see you.
I
IQ
twisted.
Vision, man.
IQ
Come see him.
Vision, definitely.
Come see him. Come check
You
him
guys
out,
need to
man.
come get IG.
Shout out your IG if you want
It's
to
a
give
very
your
bushy
IG.
place, so high-end stuff on
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
All right, bro. We
Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's what's up, man. Look at that, though.
Excellent.
I like that, man. I like that. I know nothing about that. Here's somebody talking about Mavs
Where
losing.
do I find this?
Hey, hold on, man.
I'll send it to you.
Who is that? Oh, I know who this
Brandon,
is.
hey, let's
I
get
know
it.
who.
Let's
That's
get
Brandon Armstead.
Obviously, you ain't see the hat, man. Say, yeah, we took a L. You know, everybody take L's, but then it's all about bouncing back and not giving up, man, and keep going forward.
Nah,
With
man,
the Mavs,
hold
they
on.
coming with.
I know who that is, man. Say, Brandon, I'm glad you decided to show up and let me know the Mavs was losing, man. Tell us who your favorite team is. Tell us who
let's
your
get
favorite
that
team. He
going
from
first.
H-Town. He from
Let's get
H-Town.
that going first, because he
He
better
like,
not
yeah,
say the Rockets.
He ain't gonna say that because they only got 2 wins under there.
We gonna take yours off the screen if you say the Rockets, man. Look at them.
Hold on, what are you talking about? yeah, I know you are. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate you showing up, bro. What is the score to the game? You need to check that out, man. So I got to make sure. If he'll say anything, you got to watch him, man. Hey, no, but for real though, hey, if y'all heard that, whoever asked about the rugby versus the NFL, like I said, that was pretty interesting.
That was an excellent question.
And I actually had no idea that there was rules to it at all. I thought they were just out there just doing whatever, and whoever, whenever, Oh, there you go. The Warriors. Okay, bro.
The Warriors.
You a Houston Warrior fan. I got you, man.
What he said?
Nah,
Luka getting
what you mean Luka getting
Nah,
carried? I would
come
like to
on.
know how. I think that I actually think that they depend. I'm glad he brought this up, and then we're gonna get to something else in a minute. But Luka, to me, they depend on him too much.
Or is it Luka not getting everybody involved? Because Luka shoot a lot. I mean, he do pass the ball, though.
He does.
But what I can say from watching him, man, they do miss a lot of shots. We can add that into it. But Luka be handling his business, man.
Luka handles his business, but it's again, I'm not
It's
one of
team
those
ball.
guys who likes to. I'm not a one man fan. To me, it's all about the Mavs as a team, right?
Yeah.
And I think that when you sit up here and you're trying to depend on one guy to do everything like we have, it's gonna hurt us. It's gonna hurt
It
us.
is.
We get
It's
squad.
team ball. It's no iron win. You
Man.
know what it is. But
There you go, Jay. I see you pop back up. Where you at? He talking about Luka.
Ain't no iron team.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, all it is, Luka's having a bad night tonight. He had a bad night the other night as well. And he's saying Luka getting carried because Dinwiddie actually stepping up scoring. But Dinwiddie's having his revenge game against DC. Because they're the ones that kicked him out and was talking all that trash on his way out the door.
Listen.
Repeat that last part for me, bro.
I said Dinwiddie is the one that's actually putting up right now because he's the one carrying him. He's got 26 points so far. He's getting a revenge game on DC.
Right.
Because remember, they're the ones that were talking trash about him, telling they didn't want him on the team last time.
Well,
Luka nice, he probably see.
I know he trolling, but he know a little bit about basketball. Brandon say Luka nice, he's probably the best player in the league behind Durant and Giannis. But Luka ain't got no squad. That's gonna hurt in the playoffs.
Hey, that's probably the realest comment.
But I don't agree with it, man. I think we need help. Yeah, I think we need one more scorer. Man. We need one more scorer, 20-plus guy, right? I didn't like the signing of JaVale McGee. Signing JaVale McGee for 3 years, $72 million. That was dumb to me. I like getting Christian Wood. But what's JaVale McGee doing? What is he doing? I see you looking at me crazy, Jay, but what is he doing, bro?
How much did you say they signed JaVale McGee for?
3 years, $72 million.
17 million.
No.
Yeah. No. They didn't have that kind of money to do, man.
I feel better about that.
No, it was 17. They only had the mid-level exception.
All it is with the Mavericks, everybody got to knock down their shots. Luka knocked down a bunch of his. You got Hardaway. Sometimes he get hot. Man, it's a few get hot. Then Widow every now and then. He'll go off. But we do need more than Luka scoring how much he's scoring. The other people got to play around him and score, like you said, at least about 20. Some 15, some like Luka just doing it all,
So let me throw this out there. I used to coach basketball. We have a simple offense, man. All we run is a 5 and out. All we run is a 5 and out offense. Sometimes we go 4 out and 1. All right. They're looking for the mismatch in which they can get Luka against a big or Christian Wood against a small or somebody on. That's all they do. And they even get Spencer Dinwiddie. They try to get him on the wing somewhere where he can play one-on-one basketball. And what do we get? Everybody just
to the hole. And he gonna lay it up or he gonna shoot your eyes out.
But again, it's not consistent for team basketball.
Yeah, it ain't.
You gotta have more
chemistry.
movement. You gotta have backdoor cuts, and that's one thing that I do like about what you got. That's one thing I do like about the Golden State Warriors offense. They got backdoor cuts. They setting screens. They always looking for somebody else to get a bucket instead of just one person. The boy say I love Luka game, but he's gonna be like James Harden carrying them for years. But Christian Wood gonna help out a lot if he can stay on the court. Spencer Dinwiddie, my dog, but he ain't consistent. I totally agree, Brandon. I really do, bro. I don't think that it's something about Harden that just irks me. I don't think that Luka's like. I hate comparing him to Harden because I think that he's better than Harden, right? To me, Harden is a one-trick pony. Talk to me, Jay.
So the thing with Harden is Harden likes to go in the paint and create contact, and he's waiting for a bailout. Luka actually has moves and can score. Right. Harden is only looking for the foul. He's not looking to score. So that's why Harden is frustrating to watch because he's not playing basketball. He's trying to play the refs. You know what I mean?
Between James Harden and LeBron James, it's like at the end of the season, they both get nominated for the best supporting actor in a drama, right? Because each of them has this that they do all season long.
So Brandon, you say he was a dog in Houston, and I think you go back to Jay's point. It wasn't that he was a dog to me. Look what happened since they took that rule away about the flopping and the offensive stuff, right?
And
he's not getting to the line.
Ain't no more free
20
willies.
times. He ain't getting to the line 15 to 20 times a game no more.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know, man. Like I agree. Luka has more in his bag than what Harden does. He's definitely more.
Man, he way more explosive off the dribble. He got a mean step back. His step back is his killer, man. They can't nobody do nothing with no Luka step back.
Why he ain't getting points now, Brandon? If points are points, why Harden ain't getting points no more? We can't say he old. It ain't because he old.
Don't upset Luka, man. He gonna shoot your eyes out.
Woo. He can play.
He like Jordan. How Jordan said back. How Jordan used to talk shit like he'll get when they do something and tell him he gonna go down there and do it. Luka do the exact same thing.
You say he like Jordan, but
explosiveness shit. He not just. I'm saying I'm a Jordan fan. First of all, yeah.
He ain't explosive like Jordan.
Not just.
I mean, like if you want to take a step down, you can compare him to like LeBron.
Yeah,
you can step down.
I'm a Kobe.
And so look, you're right. He changed his game, bro. He was a finesse player, but again, that flip flop stuff he was doing, getting all the calls during the ticky tack era. That's really what got him to that line, man. That's what got his points, bro. When you averaging 36 points and 20 of them coming off of the free throw line. I mean, come on, bro.
All I'm gonna say, if y'all seen that Mavs and Nets game, you'll know that them refs is cheating, man. I'm gonna just say that about that game. I know that wasn't their last one, but man, there's a lot of cheating on that game. What he said?
He said, I don't know what's up with Harden, my dog. But we still
he got the Kardashian curse. He should have never went over there. That's what happened. When you go mess with them Kardashians, then your game go down. Look at Lamar Odom and Shannon Sharp interview, man, on YouTube, man, and he gonna tell you about what's gonna happen.
So I disagree with that. I saw you say that in one of the groups before, Brandon, and I put in the group. And this is a question for you, Jay. I'm gonna say this. Everybody says that all Shaq could do was dunk. And I'm like, are you serious?
Who said that, man?
I mean, a lot of people. They tell me that he was, wasn't talented.
Now,
like, the dude was skilled,
the free throws, you can talk down on that, but don't say that.
He could dribble. He had a mid-range game. He had a little baby hook later in his career.
Shaq, post-up game. Man, he broke the glass. He broke the glass, man. Who else broke? Who else broke?
Who else? I'm trying to move away from the dunk, though. They saying all he could do was dunk.
No.
Nah.
Where you at, Jay?
All he can do is dunk and layup.
What do you think about Shaq and his skill set, man?
Go look at young Shaq, Orlando Shaq. Young Shaq played a lot like Giannis Antetokounmpo plays. Shaq would take the ball coast to coast. He'd get a rebound and take it all the way up, and then he'd dunk it. But Shaq was dynamic back there. He was a force and would still go get 20 rebounds. So the thing is, Shaq, he would dunk a lot because he was good at it. And then old Shaq, he relied too much on his strength and weight to body people around. But like I was telling somebody earlier, I mean, one of my favorite memories of Shaq was when David Robinson was guarding. He was one of my favorite centers back in the days. And Shaq elbowed David to the face, knocked him to the ground cold, knocked him out, and David got the foul called on him. And I was like,
Boy, Brandon,
Dog Magazine say Shaq could run a mean fast break, and he could, man.
Yes.
I mean, there's footage of these things, like him getting a rebound, putting the ball on the floor.
Like he said, that Orlando Shaq, man, say.
Even LSU Shaq, even early Lakers Shaq, man. Come on, man. He was doing the same thing, bro. I saw him doing these things. So
man, but look,
I think this shoulder took us off topic.
Hey,
let's come back.
Yeah. Because we can go on, man.
But we had to get some NBA and all like
rap career,
movie star.
Yeah, movie star. Come on, man.
Oh man, okay, fella. What do you say? My point was Shaq scored in the paint, Harden scored on threes and free throws. But again, I think Shaq earned his, man.
You can't stop the rain. That's his hardest song.
Nah, bro, he was running the fast break in the with the Lakers, Brandon. I'm done with you, bro.
Hey, let me throw something at you guys. I want to get your opinion on something. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, Lakers, right? Do the Lakers need to make a trade to get better? Or do the Lakers need to go ahead and blow that team up?
This team they got right now?
The Lakers?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, man, they playing around, man.
Blew that up. The Lakers should have been blew up, man.
Hey, they got Westbrook and LeBron on the bench laughing and they losing. They made sure they put that out there to the peoples, man. They like what they over there plotting. They happy because they playing, working, or what's going on over there? Because it's looking like a circus, man.
And look, check this out too about the Lakers, bro. Y'all saw it. The boy got injured, man. The groin injury.
It's taking him down.
He getting old. Father Time is undefeated.
Brandon is laughing at changing our topic.
Yeah,
I see that.
We got every week we got a good
Brandon's sitting at his mama's coffee table right now laughing.
But look, Dog Magazine, I'm a Piston, and it's only two players we never wanted to beat us by themselves. That could have been Jordan and Shaq. Okay.
Jordan.
So I do want to talk about these current Lakers. I love the state of the Lakers right now, man. I love it, man. I love what I see. I love what they got going for the future. You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that the more they lose, the better they make the Pelicans' chance to get that to build a dynasty and get in the lottery. Like, come on, man. You guys made some greatly gross goofball moves in order to get that bubble ring, man. And I love that. So as far as blowing it up, I mean, you got to get rid of everybody.
Yeah.
Get rid of everybody. I'm talking about LeBron too. LeBron, you got to get rid of LeBron while people still think it's something left in him. Because there ain't nothing left. I mean, for real. What you gonna do?
Hey, but he ran 20 years, man. I think everybody get old.
We're talking about now. It ain't what you did yesterday. It's what you do right now.
Yeah, he need to leave. He need to leave before it get too bad.
Get him up out of there, man.
Yeah, Brandon mentioned something about that before. Where he said he hated the Warriors, but he loves LeBron. You know, most people who love LeBron hate the Warriors because LeBron could never get past them.
Exactly.
It's the Curry era.
Because them boys is wetting everything up. Man, Curry will pull up from anywhere on your ass. He dangerous, man.
No, bro. The third quarter for the Warriors is like, okay, y'all, we've been playing with them
so
for
let's turn
long
it up.
enough. Let's go ahead and get busy.
What we got? We got about 5 minutes left here, fellas. I want to pull in the man who made this happen, our general manager, Tremaine. So he can go find him for us real quick. Brandon, I actually appreciate your banter back and forth. I really do. I really do because that's what I like about him, man. Even in the group, we go back and forth a lot.
Out here,
and, he's a good troll, but he has good knowledge. If I could ever get him to just act like it. But Jay, what you think? Can I get a quick? Who's better, Ja Morant or Luka?
Luka all the way, man. Luka has a full all-around game. Ja is based on his athleticism. I think Ja's career trajectory is going to be like that of Derrick Rose. If he gets hurt, he's it. That's it. You know what I mean? He's explosive, but not.
Yeah. With us, man. What's going on? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got your name here. You know, I was telling the people thank you.
Oh yeah.
This opportunity.
Definitely.
Tell them what's up, man. We already told them what's going on tonight, but you know,
Oh yeah, we're at Twisted Bar and Grill, located in the Colony, Texas. You know, we have a lot of different theme nights going on, so you gotta stop by any week. We do R&B Thursdays. After this, we'll have R&B. Fridays we do a happy hour from 5 to 10. With a late night DJ after that. Saturdays we do special events, birthday parties. We have a hip hop DJ, and then Sunday we do all NFL, and then followed up by the after party for Lava Cantina.
Okay.
Yeah,
man. Hey, nice set. Hey, I ate some of their food so far, man. I had the steak tacos, man. I give it 10. I give it 10 out of 10, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. You scarfed them right now. He didn't even offer me one, man.
We finna get to some more after this, man. But yeah, nice setup, man. Yeah, it's nice in here, man. Y'all come check it out.
Yeah, y'all definitely got to come check the spot out. Like I said, man, I really appreciate it. Yeah, definitely could do a little bit more.
Looking forward to it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think it brings a good vibe to the place too.
So yeah, hey, we appreciate everybody. You know what I'm saying, from Ball Magazine to Master Blend's Barbershop, and of course, you know, over here at Twisted Bar and Grill. Y'all check us out. We rolling, and y'all enjoy the Mavs getting their little. And these dudes tripping.
Yeah, they tripping right now. We ain't gonna talk about that right now, man. But y'all see it though, man.
We'll see y'all next week, man. Y'all have a good one, man. On us. All right now.